What's your most devastating example of "I acted before I knew the full story"? My coworker Mike hadn't shown up for 3 consecutive shifts without calling in. As assistant manager, I was furious. We were understaffed, overworked, and his absence meant everyone had to cover his responsibilities. When HR asked for my input on his termination paperwork, I didn't hesitate. I detailed his repeated no-shows, mentioned previous tardiness, and recommended immediate firing. I even added that he seemed disengaged and uncommitted recently. The termination was processed that day. 2 days later, Mike's sister came to collect his belongings. That's when we learned Mike had been in the hospital after a serious car accident. His phone was destroyed in the crash, and he'd been unconscious for most of those 3 days. The worst part? He'd been driving home from working a double shift that I had asked him to cover. I tried to get HR to reverse the termination, explaining the circumstances. They agreed to rehire him, but Mike declined. His sister told me he couldn't work somewhere that assumed the worst of him when he was at his lowest. He was right, of course. Sometimes I wonder how different things might be if I'd spent even 5 minutes trying to reach him before deciding I knew the whole story.